The issue on Iran is very much different from Iraq. I mean, I know the two words might look the same. There's one difference. The difference is the letter, but it's much more complicated than that. Today we're facing a regime, a fascist regime that's oppressing its own people, and that's also looking to be a power in the region, and it's looking to have dangerous weapons. And remember that also. If you look at Iraq, this is a whole different issue. This country is seriously, openly looking to get nuclear weapons. It's openly supporting terrorist organizations all over the world. And it's openly denying basic truths about the world, like the Holocaust horrors, and it's denying horrors. The person who is at the head of the regime, the person under Ayatollah Khomeini, Ahmadinejad, is leading the world into confrontation. You need to look at it differently. I don't think anyone here wants to see the Americans occupying Iran. What we want to do here is at least solve the nuclear issue of the problem and promote human rights. That's something that you believe in and that I believe in. If you really care about the world here, if you really care about your freedom, you should care about Iran, because you want to live freely in any place in the world. And at least right now, what's happening is that Iranians, young kids, because they have different sexual orientation, because they don't want to wear clothes the same way that others want, are being hanged, attacked, imprisoned. You can see, and if you really don't believe me, you just can go on YouTube and check videos of daily oppression of the people in Iran. The second thing that you might want to look at is what's happening if a dangerous regime like that is going to have weapons, such dangerous weapons into his hands. And if you're not believing in that, you should really check about the rhetoric of this regime. Look, you might not like what Israel does, you might not like what's happening in the Middle East, but the truth is every citizen in the Middle East, or even beyond that, has the right to live freely and has the right to live in its own country. And Israel has the right to exist. I personally believe also in a Palestinian state. Look, if the Iranians, as they say, want to destroy, whip off the map Israel, they might want to use the nuclear weapons. They're going to harm also not only Jews in Israel, but also Palestinians, Israeli Arabs, other communities. And basically, this rhetoric is dangerous, and you need to stand up. Look, maybe you should speak. Maybe you might have asked your grandparents what they did one day when the Nazi regime came up. What they did when there were concentration camps. Did they know about that? Today we know. We have a person who is speaking against the Holocaust, yet he's denying an Holocaust, yet he's speaking openly about doing an Holocaust on Israel and destroying the Jewish people. It's not only about that, it's also about this potential, the potential of this regime of attacking other countries. And it's not only an Israeli issue, it's an issue about communities, it's an issue about freedom and democracy. And that's an issue you need to stand up on that. And the way Americans should have stood up and do rallies against what's happening and bring awareness to Americans about concentration camps, about other things that were happening with the Nazi regime. If there was enough awareness in 1933 when the Nazi regime came up with all the oppressions, things might have been different. And we want to avoid a war. And look at what happened because of apathy. There was a Second World War and millions, more than 60-70 million people dead. So you might want to think about that again. This is very different from a war in Iraq. A war in Iraq is something that's totally on another level.